The NBA All-Star Weekend is here, and it is happening in the best city in the world, in Chicago. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports All back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA. And here to give you guys my picks and predictions for every single event in All-Star Weekend. So I'll be breaking it down for you guys, talking about who's in the events and obviously who my pick is to win those events. But before I do, if you're new to the channel, make sure, guys, go ahead and subscribe. Helps me out a lot when you support the channel. So please go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button down below. And please make sure to turn on the post notifications so you're notified every time I drop a new video, guys. And please don't also forget to follow me on my social media. So really appreciate all that. Without further ado, I want to get into it. So let's get into it. So there's a lot of events, okay? Just like every All-Star every year, there's, we've got the Rising Stars with the USA versus the world. We've got the celebrity game. We've got the skills competition. We've got the three-point shootout, and we've got the dunk contest, okay? Now, again, a couple of these events, celebrity game, I'm not going to make a prediction. Really, I mean, sometimes I don't even watch the celebrity game, okay? We've got some people in there that obviously we all know. We've got a Chance the Rapper, Quavo. I believe they're in the celebrity game, but there's a lot of guys I've never heard before. I know Famous Los took it last year. Obviously, I know him, Ronnie 2K. But again, I don't really care. I know Stephen A. Smith's coaching one team, Michael Wilbon's coaching the other. Fine, if you put a gun to my head, I'll pick Stephen A's team because I'm a bigger fan of Stephen A than I am of Michael Wilbon. Okay, but All-Star celebrity game aside, let's get into the other events. We've got the USA versus the world, okay? And I just want to say real quickly, I wish they would just go back to the old format, rookies versus sophomores, man. This whole USA versus the world, yeah, I get it. We want diversity and all that. Yeah, it's fantastic. And international players, I want more and more in the NBA. I mean, look at Giannis and Embiid, the Luka, the talent is crazy. Nothing against international players. Just go back to the rookies versus the sophomores, okay? I don't want to have to figure out, DeAndre Ayton's on the world roster, or why is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander not on Team USA? I shouldn't have to think about all that. Again, I feel like it makes it too complicated. I know who's a rookie. I know who's a sophomore. Go back to it. Make it simpler. Go back to simpler times, folks. So just quick rant on that. But with that being said, the Team USA roster stacked this year, folks. I mean, usually it's been the world team that's been, kicking, the past couple of seasons. But this year, Team USA, Trae Young, Zion Williamson, Ja Morant. I mean, those three should be enough. But on the world side, you've got Luka and not really much else. I mean, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you've got DeAndre Ayton. But for the most part, like I said, Team USA, the talent level is just better, and the spread has them, winning this game. I believe they're favored by 7. So I'm going to take Team USA in this one, just because of the fact that they have more sheer talent on the roster. And the world team is really just Luka and a bunch of okay guys. Really, nothing too over the top, okay? But again, I'm going to go with Team USA. So let's move on to the other events in the Skills Challenge, three-point shootout, and dunk contest. So we'll start with the Skills Challenge, and I've got my board with me, and I've got my marker. Obviously, you guys see I've also highlighted the three-point shootout and the dunk contest. We'll get to those, okay? Just be patient here. But let's talk about the participants in the Skills Challenge, okay? We've got Bam Adebayo, Patrick Beverley, Spencer Dinwiddie, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Middleton, Domantas Sabonis, Pascal Siakam, and Jason Tatum, okay? Now, last year, Jason Tatum did win this competition. They've switched this up, man. Again, this is another event. I wish they would just go back to making it simpler. Last year, it was a big man versus, a guard, and, your teammates. Folks, just make it simple, please. Please, I don't know why they do this every time. Remember when they did that with the dunk contest? It was a timed event. You had it with a teammate. I'm telling you guys, there is beauty in simplicity. Just go back to when times are simpler. Anyways, my pick for this competition usually is somebody that has the ability to kind of do it all. You're like a Swiss Army knife, okay? So right off the bat, I mean, just taking a look at some of these players, I need players that can pretty much do it all because it is the skills challenge. You need skill everywhere. And again, if I just go down the list, Bam Adebayo, not a great shooter, a little too slow. Not going with him. Patrick Beverley, okay, I can consider him. He's a guard. He's quick. Shooting's whatever. But I'll leave him in here. Spencer Dinwiddie, he can do it all. I'll leave him in here. Shea, Julius Alexander, SGA, yeah, he can do it all. I'll leave him in here. Chris Middleton, a little slow. I don't think Chris Middleton's got the speed for the competition, so I'd probably take him out. Domantas Sabonis certainly doesn't have the speed in his shot. He has got a limit on his range. So I'm going to take him out as well. So that next we have Pascal Siakam. He could certainly do it all as well. And Jason Tatum, of course, won the competition last year. So we're pretty much down to Patrick Beverley. So I'm going to cross these out in front of you guys. So I said no to Bam. We said no to, excuse me, you guys can see here. We said no to Chris Middleton, Domantas Sabonis. And now we're basically down to Beverley, Dinwiddie, SGA, Siakam, and Tatum. Now here's my thing. I don't like picking repeat winners. So Jason Tatum, you're gone. And I will say, I do think a big man will take it again. And that's why I'm going to go with Pascal Siakam. I believe Pascal Siakam will win this competition, and he will showcase his versatility. You know what's funny? Siakam actually got voted in as an all-star starter, but a lot of people still don't put much respect to his name. Siakam is having a monster season. So I like Siakam, but again, any of the guards win it. If you told me to pick a guard, probably go with SGA, maybe Dinwiddie, but Siakam is my pick to win this competition. So there you have it, Pascal Siakam. Okay, let's move on to the three-point shootout. We've got Davis Bertans, Devin Booker, Devontae Graham, Joe Harris, Buddy Hield, Zach LaVine, Duncan Robinson, and Trae Young. Now, last year, this competition was won by Joe Harris. And here is the main thing about the three-point shootout. The three-point shootout is more often than not won by set shooters. Well, I shouldn't even say set shooters. Won by sharpshooters, as in not guys that are scorers but can shoot threes, but guys that are literally just snipers. I'm talking about the, in the past, it used to be the guys like Kyle Korver, guys like Peja Stojakovic, if you guys remember way back. But that's why I'm saying, if you take a look at this field, Joe Harris, last year, perfect example, a role player, all he does is shoot threes, right? And so just looking at the list right off the bat, guys like Buddy Hield, guys like Trae Young, they're phenomenal three-point shooters, but they are guys that need to get off the dribble a little bit, set themselves up to be able to shoot. They're not just going to be able to just, shoot straight from a spot. And you have to have a certain amount of ability to keep the energy in your legs, because again, by the time you get to the last rack, your legs could be dead, right? And that's what good shooters do. They just, again, relentless. So to me, I don't like picking guys that are like that are scorers first, then shooters. I like picking shooters first, then scorers. And so I'm going to take out Buddy Hield. I'm going to take out Devontae Graham, who's another guy that's more of a scorer than a shooter. I'm going to take out Zach LaVine. Same thing. He's having a phenomenal year from three. He actually made 13 threes in a game, but he's more of a streaky guy, and that's the main thing here. A lot of these guys that I'm crossing out, they're streaky shooters. They're not sharp shooters. Trae Young, same thing, but again, I do believe Trae certainly has the ability. He's got Steph Curry range. So, actually, probably want to leave Trae in there, but he's not going to be my pick, okay? We're down to Davis Bertans, Devin Booker, Joe Harris, and Trae Young. I already told you how I feel about repeat winners, so I'm going to take Joe Harris out of there. Devin Booker won this a few years back, but again, like I said, usually like to pick sharpshooters. It's basically between Davis Bertans and Duncan Robinson. These are the two pure shooters in the competition. I mean, pure shooters. Go watch, if you haven't, Davis Bertans, and Duncan Robinson. They're just snipers. So, either or, I believe it's going to be between those two. I'll probably go with Duncan Robinson. But again, won't be surprised at all if Davis Bertans wins it. So, there you have it. My pick for the three-point shootout is going to be Duncan Robinson. Okay? And finally, let's talk about the dunk contest with Aaron Gordon, Dwight Howard, Derek Jones Jr., and Pat Connaughton. So just like the three-point shootout where I don't like to pick a certain type of shooter, a streaky shooter, I don't like that with the dunk contest either. I don't like picking certain types of dunkers, okay? The guys that I like to pick are the natural dunkers, not the, hey, we just, learned how to kind of dunk and you can just tell, and you guys can probably tell what I'm about to say right now with the player that I'm going to take out, Pat Connaughton, folks. Here's the thing. Like, again, I'm not saying he can't, he's not a good dunker. I'm just saying natural ability, the ease, the fluidity, it's not going to be there for him like the other guys. So right off the bat, I'm not a fan of Pat Connaughton. Could he shock the world and win it? Sure. But he's not going to be my pick. Derek Jones Jr., he's a pure dunker. I mean, this competition's been won by pure dunkers. We had no-name guys like Jeremy Evans win this competition, okay? So it has nothing to do with big name. You just have to be a pure dunker. So Derek Jones Jr. certainly has the ability. Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard has won this competition before, but this competition, folks, I'm telling you, big men have a hard time winning the dunk contest because dunks do not look good on big men outside of these straight, two-handed dunks. That's it. Like, the power dunks are what works for big men. They don't look as nice in the air, being able to, do a 360 or under the legs. Like, it just doesn't look as nice when you are 7 feet. And that's the thing with Dwight Howard. Does he have a shot? Sure, but I can't do it. So it's basically between Aaron Gordon and Derek Jones Jr. I can't pick Derek Jones Jr. I'm going with Aaron Gordon. He's just a better dunker, folks, in my opinion. We know there's people out there that think he got robbed back in 2016 when he faced Zach LaVine. But for the most part, again, both had a phenomenal performance. He could have won it. Zach LaVine won it, obviously. But no one would have had an issue if Aaron Gordon won it. So my point is Aaron Gordon obviously is for real. We know how good of a dunker he is. I hope he pulls out something crazy. I hope him and Derek Jones Jr. go back at it. But yeah, my pick is Aaron Gordon. I think he comes back for redemption. I really wish Zach LaVine participated and we had a rematch of 2016, but we were robbed of that, okay, because Zach LaVine was not going to do it unless he got named an All-Star, and obviously we know he did not get named an All-Star. So sad to hear that, but there you go, folks. Those are my picks. So once again, I've got Pascal Siakam in the skills competition. I've got Duncan Robinson in the three-point shootout and Aaron Gordon in the slam dunk contest. What are your picks? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe as always. Thanks for watching.